Hey guys, Mr. Kimbrell here. Today, we're going to be trying to answer the question, why were the colonists upset about the Stamp Act? So we're first going to look at this document A, and I am going to model how to source and contextualize the document. And then in class, we will do document B together. And then you will finish by doing document C on your own. So the first thing you want to do is read the source information at the top and bottom of the document. And so what this means is you just want to think about who wrote it, when it was written, and where it was written. And try to figure out if it was a reliable or trustworthy source. So if you look at the top, you see that this is a public letter that appeared on the front page of the Boston Gazette and Country Journal, a colonial newspaper, on October 7th, 1765. The author's name was printed as B.W. Then if you go to the bottom, you see in bold the source information here, and you can see it says B.W. to the inhabitants of the province of Massachusetts Bay, the Boston Gazette and Country Journal, October 7th, 1765. So right there, we are able to tell when it was written, October 1765, which is before the Stamp Act tax went into effect. We also know that it was published in a Boston newspaper. And so knowing that it's before the Stamp Act and it's published in a Boston newspaper, we might be able to start making predictions or inferences about if this letter is going to support or oppose that tax. I would predict that it's going to oppose that tax. I know that a lot of patriot activity happened in and around Boston, which is something that helps me know that. Also, I noticed that if I were going to write something in a newspaper, I might put my full name on it. So for me, it'd be Mr. Kimbrell. Instead of using his full name or her full name, the author chooses to use B.W. So that, to me, is kind of interesting. Why would they not want to use their real name? So that is how you can source a document. And I just did a lot of that by asking myself some questions or trying to look at the document a little more closely. So next we want to contextualize it, and we've actually done some of this already because we know it was written in October 7th, 1765 in Boston. We know the circumstances surrounding it, that the Stamp Act was passed and it was about to take in effect on November 1st. And we also know that there have already been protests and some riots within Boston and the surrounding communities regarding this Stamp Act. So now we're going to read it and see if we can learn some more. To the inhabitants of the province of the Massachusetts Bay, my dear countrymen, it is a standing maxim of English liberty that no man shall be taxed but with his own consent. And you very well know we were not, in any sober sense, represented in Parliament when this tax was imposed. Awake, awake, my countrymen, and defeat those who want to enslave us. Do not be cowards. You were born in Britain, the land of light, and you were raised in America, the land of liberty. It is your duty to fight this tax. Future generations will bless your efforts and honor the memory of the saviors of their country. I urge you to tell your representatives that you do not support this terrible and burdensome law. Let them know what you think. They should act as guardians of the liberty of their country. I look forward to congratulating you on delivering us from the enemies of truth and liberty. So we're going to pick up the rest of this in part 2 of the video.